Hey guys, so I'm going on about 3 months with the Canon Rebel EOS T7i, and I have come to a few conclusions, and there's some things I wanted to talk about and share with some people out there who may be interested in buying this or who have already bought it. Now, first off, I want to say that initially I was very impressed with the kit lens, as I was new to photography and it was kind of an exploration process, so I was using the kit lens, just kind of feeling it out and seeing what it could do and just learning the camera. And that was going good, and then I realized I wanted more. I wanted to see more, so I went out and I purchased this, the Canon EOS 55x250, right there. And I've created quite a few videos with this. If you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen I've talked about this and I've used it quite a bit because the 55 just wasn't enough zoom and I wanted to go further and get closer in on things, so I bought that. Well, then I got a little more curious and I went out and I bought the 24mm lens, which I'm currently shooting with right now on the Canon T7i, as you can see right there. And since I've got this lens, I've noticed this gives me a much crisper, clearer, just all around better picture quality than the kit lens. So on both ends of the spectrum, I've got lenses that basically have eliminated my need or use of the kit lens. And as a result, I have noticed that I have not used the kit lens in about a month since I got the 24mm. And I don't know a situation where I would need to use it again, because it's not as clear as the 24mm and it zooms just enough to be frustrating when you want to zoom in on something and see more. So it's just useless now, unfortunately, I think. And that happened pretty quickly, actually, within 3 months. So now I can't say to you not to buy the option with the 18 to 55mm kit lens, because it was a lot of fun learning and it's a great learning tool for me. Just unfortunately there was no need for it at this point, and I don't know if I will ever use it again other than in a pinch. Let's go over the setup of this. In my opinion, the T7i is the 80D's sensor and hardware, internal hardware for the picture and everything. Same picture quality in my opinion, except it doesn't have all the bells and whistles and it doesn't have the weatherproofing and it's not as durable, and it's basically a dumbed down, cheaper version of the 80D's picture quality in a smaller frame that's more delicate and cheaper to mass produce, is my opinion. You know, some people may argue that, but so as an almost auto everything shooter and hardly ever using manual mode, I would have almost zero need for the 80D or the 77D, which has the LCD display on the top and a couple other features that the T7i doesn't have. Although they did seem fairly interesting at the time, I just don't know if I'm ever going to use that or if I ever would use that. So with that said, though, the software on this model, from what I'm gathering from more advanced photographers, is that it is extremely simple and hard to customize, if that makes sense. Like, for example, the ISO. If you go to manual mode on here and you want to adjust the ISO, you have to actually, you can't adjust the ISO on the fly. You have to go to a new menu and then adjust the ISO, and then it'll take you back to see what the ISO adjustment's going to do for the quality of the picture. So in other words, you can't just tap the ISO button, adjust the ISO, and see what it's doing on the fly. You have to actually go to its own menu to adjust the ISO on this particular camera. I'm not sure how it works on the other ones, but they have the LCD screen, so I doubt you have to do that. I haven't dabbled with the manual mode much because I've been thrilled with the auto mode, but I can see why that would be a major issue for people. So that's something else you might want to take into consideration if you're looking to buy the T7i. Fairly advanced photographer who likes to use manual mode a lot. But anyways, I know I'm rambling on about a bunch of stuff here, but I wanted to share 3 months in some of the things that have stuck out to me, and the largest thing obviously is that I do not use the kit lens at all. And if you can find a way to avoid buying this, I think you could save 150 to a couple $100 and then go with the 24mm that I'm using on the camera, and perhaps, you know, a longer range, a 250, a 55 by 250. I just keep going back and forth between this one and the 24mm now, and I'm perfectly happy because, like I said, again, the kit lens, it's not clear, it's not as clear as the 24mm, so I'm not going to go to use it if I can't get the best possible picture when I own the 24mm, and the zoom isn't long enough to really get anything extra. It's just long enough to make you frustrated to want to switch to the 250. So I don't know. Again, I post these hoping they're helpful. Again, I've talked about this 24mm before. If you're looking to buy it, I think Amazon has it for 120 bucks, or, you know, Best Buy, where I buy all my stuff, 129 bucks. I think it's normally $20 off, or normally 149. That's the 24mm, and the 55 by 250. This is, like I said, the older version. On Amazon, I got this for $108. I was thrilled at that price because I think the newer versions are like $249 or $349. And if you have any questions or want to see some samples of this, check out my other videos. I have some more on there where I have it's just samples of these, pretty basic, like 2-minute videos. So, all right, well, those are just some initial thoughts that I had since I bought this, and hopefully this video could help you make a decision if you're still on the fence. And hey, if you like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm gonna keep posting these. I'm having a good time with this camera. Photography is something that I didn't ever think I was gonna get into, and I'm still technically not into photography. It's more videography, but it's a lot of fun, and there's so much, and every day I learn something. There's a million other things to learn, and I'm just kind of sharing it with you. So hope this helps. All right, thanks. Goodbye.